Oh, see, I said I'm going to go for it, and I am. Fucking Gizmo's walking around up there. I thought, tough shit, Giz. I've got shit to do. I haven't really. I just thought I'd come and have a chat. No, I'm. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm kind of. I'm carrying on with my attitude of gratitude, and I'm recording all the things that I'm getting right, and I'm being thankful for them and grateful for them, and grateful that I've got the ability to do them today. Because I've had much worse days, and I express those, you know. And it can be difficult to express your good days because they're hard to see them as good days when, by most people's standards, they're just not even days. There's not, there's important things which you can objectively say they're important steps forward that I've taken, and they're organisational things, and I'm preparing my head and all that sort of stuff. But like, who wouldn't be battling with the, oh yeah, of course, you just do a few this and do a few that and write a few things down and, face some fears, fucking check some demons, rah-de-rah-de-rah, and then just, it all comes it doesn't come crashing down. It's just when mild things come crashing down, the rest of me comes crashing down with it. That's been the pattern. That has just been the fucking pattern, and it's so much of a pattern that's made me just think it's not just a pattern, it's an illness. I'm gonna have to keep forgiving myself because it's not my fault I'm unwell, but then being firm with myself and saying it is my responsibility to try and be as better as I can be. And just keep looking at it if that's what it fucking takes, because it's like, if I try and just go with the flow of life or whatever it is, it just this shit just keeps happening. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes overthinking is actually useful. It really is. Common misconception about overthinking is that it's some sort of choice. I think you think too much. Fuck me, Einstein. Well done. Have you ever tried not thinking? Yeah. Oddly enough. Fucking yes. Every fucking known fucking over worrying and overthinking fucking technique, I've come across loads of them. They've not been successful. And I just know so many people that I've met. It's literally one of those big fucking divides. It's one of those big divides. If you believe that it's all a choice and right, you're just so firm. No. You just do this and everything's all right again and whatever. And then there's all the people who do overthink or are subject to it, who suffer from the symptom of overthought. They just go, no, it really fucking isn't like that. And they are just as firm in their belief. It's like, how's that ever going to change? But it is what it is. But I don't know if I've ever been this methodical about anything that I've approached like this. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do differently. I'm going to be methodical. I'm going to notice everything, and I'm going to build on those things that are worth building on. Like just the few little jobs getting done today. It was like, what was it I was going to mention? I almost mentioned it the other day and said I was going to return to it about going to the gym early. And sometimes I do that, and there's a real pressure to get to the gym early, but then I get into the zone because it is like I quite often get up at like 5, but I end up not leaving till 8:30, 9, and I'm still for some reason in 6 o'clock in the morning mode. And I find myself having trained, and I just seem to steer myself into a calamity and think, fuck me, it's nearly lunchtime, what have I even done? Because my head thinks it was supposed to be in the morning that I went. I've noticed it just trips me up sort of weirdly. And that's why I fucked it off the other morning. But this morning I just got on with everything, just nice and fucking smoothly, and I didn't sit around for ages. Got there, got back, got done. got sorted, got some washing done, got some housework done, cracked on, made my phone calls, did this, did that, you know what I mean? And it was all working. So that's good. That's good. That was with my, after my sort of symptom-free 3 days. Wow, excusez-moi. And then I had a little sort of crash or whatever it was. But that's all right. That's all right. I've literally had days where I felt like that, and a crash like that would have had me fucking back with my head under the duvet, rocking backwards and forwards, and just with my head in loads of thought. Literally just going, and then almost watching myself going, fucking, why are you doing this? Just have to fucking keep doing it, you know. And it didn't do that to me. And I'm looking at what went on. I'm looking at the fact that it's like, you know, again, it's not nice to admit that, you know, Mikey doesn't like big scary noises. But that's really not what it is at all. I believe that it's because of my hypervigilance owing to my like schizoid nature. I need to really be able to concentrate because I always have trouble interpreting the world around me. So then when there's loads of noises, that just unsettles me. So it's not that I'm scared, I just get overloaded because my brain tries to do fucking everything that's happening around it simultaneously. And that's honestly what I think went on. That's honestly what I think went on. And if it's wrong, at least what I've done is I've taken an isolated incident and gone, right, what the fuck was going on around it? What happened and why? That's how you start to learn about yourself. That's how you start to watch out for things like that. Be more wary of things like that. You know, it might have been the fucking dark. It might have been the dark just because the lights are brighter and they're more startling or something like that. I know there's a hell of a lot of fucking biomechanical shit that goes on in your brain with noises and brain waves and lights and brain waves that you're not aware of, and it can stimulate shit to happen in your brain. That's how like isochronic tones and binaural beats, that's how they work. That's how the cat's purr works as well. That's that they do it for recuperation. That's why I lie with my head on gears, because when he's purring, it's the oscillating stimulates stuff in your brain. It just makes your brain release chemicals and shit, apparently. So like, well, if it can do it with those noises, why not with other noises? Do you know what I mean? Why not cause like slight imbalances? All I can know is that I was doing all right. I was doing sound. I ate, and then I started to just crash a little bit in my head, and just started to like really kind of go there. But it didn't bother me. I just dozed off. I was just like, fucking hell, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I just did. And it was like I'd got on top of stuff. I'd had a meal. It was lunchtime enough. And then I was just like, yeah. Then I went and did my laundry, got my drying done, and then it just fucking happened out of fucking nowhere. So right, rather than panicking and going, why the fuck does this keep happening? I didn't even have anything to fucking set me off, and then I ended up like this, and fucking hell, now I feel really fucking, now my self-confidence is lower, because if it can happen there, it can happen anywhere, and fucking hell, I'm going to start freaking out every time I go out. Gallopy, 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 you know what I mean? Well, I didn't. I just like, and I think I've been able to give myself the space to think like this around these incidents because I've accepted them, because I've done what I'm not supposed to do and admit them. Talk about them honestly and tell them as they are and accept them as an inevitability of my condition. There you go. But then when they do, that's like, oh, terrible. You just thought yourself into it. Like, God, people don't do that with diabetes, do they? Have you really got diabetes though? Well, all I do is just produce insulin at times like that. But yeah, diseases such as personality disorders, you constantly have to fucking explain and have them not really qualified. I'm not so sure about that. It's horrible. It really is horrible. There is so much of that out there that personality disorders are just up for debate. And all that, are they really? Have we just given them a name though? And all that philosopher. I can't even say it. That's how fucking important it is. Did you know you can be a doctor of a bachelor's degree level because no one's bothered to fucking write a master's degree for it? Because that's how shit it is. That's how pointless it is. The art of thinking for no reason at all. That's philosophy for you. But yeah, there is a lot of that philosophy around, are you just blaming it on it and all that? It's like, fuck off. Blaming it. Yeah, I act like a cock on purpose. Just to wind you up and then go, can't say anything. That's what I live for, man. That's what I fucking live for. Being a dick and being able to get away with it and having an excuse and making you all pander to me. There's so many of them attitudes as well, isn't there? And that's what a lot of the fucking battle is. That's what a lot of the battle is. Is just knowing that it's out there and knowing that you can feel it off people. You can feel it off people. It beats people back inside, Like when I went for a coffee the other day and had someone fucking go, "There's nothing wrong with you." It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, anyone going through the sorts of things that I would go through would just literally go straight back home again. That would, people need to be more careful about how they speak with shit like this. Really, you can be passionate, man. You can believe what you believe, but you don't fucking do that to people. You don't diagnose people. You don't fucking don't. You're not qualified. It's simple. Diagnosed so many fucking. I got diagnosed in a nightclub again, didn't I, the other night? Fucking. The day I'd been diagnosed by an proper doctor type diagnosier person. A diagnosier. He's an excellent diagnosier, though, isn't he? Oh, dear. Right. Oh, God, that's ages. I'll better go.